Okay, I am still experimenting here. And what I've got here is a lapel mic, and or a lavalier mic, and it goes with another system, but it does work with this camera here. And what it unfortunately it only will record into the left channel, and I can't figure out how to get it to record into both channels at the same time, so that when you play it back, it doesn't sound kind of tinny, because most laptops and even iPads they'll play in stereo, right? So if you have it just playing in one ear, it's kind of sounds funny. So I suddenly realized, well, a boom mic will have the same problem. Not only that, but I have to be sure to remember to switch my camera from an external mic to the internal mics for normal recording, and I just know that what's going to happen is I'm going to mess up and I'm going to miss a very important shot. Now I know there's people right here in Winnipeg that are probably my relatives that they think to themselves, well, you don't take any real important shots, but to me they're important, so I don't want to miss anything. Anyway, what I've done here is I've got it rigged up on my glasses so that when I put my glasses on, now the idea is it would keep it always in the same position in relation to my mouth, no matter which way I turned my head. I mean, that's the whole idea. Now, I'm not going to do this. I was just sort of fooling around to see if it would work. It kind of does. Okay, so we're gonna forget the lapel mic. Normally, you would take it and you would put it something like this. Okay, so this actually works not too bad like this, except that when you turn your head, it doesn't, it's never in the same place. I guess I could sort of use it like this, but I want to have something that's really close to my mouth. If you remember, we're trying to get rid of the hiss that's from that this thing produces. Remember back about 50 years ago when we used to use tape decks, and they came out with the Dolby reduction system. Oh, that was a real breakthrough. That got rid of the tape hiss, kinda. But what I found, at least the one that I had, is you'd throw the Dolby on, and it sort of kind of muffled everything. Now I know that's what it's supposed to do, but it just wasn't quite right. I think they're a lot better now. The digital Dolby stuff is a lot better now. Anyway, I'm getting off the subject. Now, what I've got is this thing here. I haven't tried this yet. If I put my glasses on, I can see what I'm doing. Okay. Now this should fit in here. Some of you are going to recognize this. I used it in this scene right here. It's a memorable scene, so if you saw it, you'll remember it. Well, as you can see, I'm still in Kelowna. And here's what happened. About 5 days ago, I was supposed to be on the plane going back to Winnipeg. And it became very clear that if I got on that plane and went back to Winnipeg, okay, I think we're sort of set up here. Now I'll try and get this to the way I'm used to operating it. I'm used to turning the knobs with my left hand, so I guess we want to have it like this. Okay, now this is what I'm thinking here. Let's assume that I want to do a lot of talking while I'm spraying. I can see right now it's kind of blocking my vision like this, so it's going to take a like I say, I haven't tried this yet. This is I'm experimenting, and if I wanted to spray and talk at the same time, I'm talking rather loud right now because the mics on the camera are about 2.5, 3 feet away. But I could have this. Let's see here. Something like this, so it's right close to my mouth, and then I can sort of talk without having to raise my voice, and and hopefully, when I'm spraying, this mic will not pick up this hiss, because I'll have this one turned down so much. It only has to be turned up enough to catch my voice, which is right here. I might even be able to just possibly get it even a little closer here. I can probably raise this up. Something like this. I think that this would work out pretty good. I'm gonna reset up everything, and we'll give it a try. Let's see if I can notice a difference while I'm spraying. And does the hiss from this thing cause this to the volume of this to go down? This one's sort of set on automatic too. No, it isn't, as a matter of fact. It's set on manual. Anyway, I'm giving you a whole bunch more information than you need to know. I got nothing else to do, so I may as well fool around like this. Okay, here is another possibility, and I probably should have thought of this first, but I honestly didn't. This is the microphone that I used to use about 5 years ago, when I was saying that I had to plug into my first version of this camera to be able to record in stereo. This is a stereo mic. It's made actually especially for DSLRs. It's got a hot shoe on the bottom. You can just slip it in and tighten it down. And if I have it has an impedance setting on the back here. There's a low, medium, and high. And I'm finding that if I have it turned down as low as it will go, it seems to work. Now, I've only sort of tested this just once just now. If I plug this into my camera, it automatically shuts off the mics that are in the camera, and then and this is stereo, by the way. There's actually 2 microphones in there. It's kind of hard to take this off to show you, but there's 2 little microphones, one looking one way and one looking the other for left and right, and it's actually a very good quality mic. And I believe that if I was to record, like go to a concert or something like that, I probably would get a better recording using this than the built-in mics in that. But it's inconvenient. And I'm finding that the mics that are built into the camera, they pick up my voice quite well. And it's shock mounted, The only problem with it is it doesn't have a 1/4 by 20 thread, which is really common. It's got, I believe it's 3/8 or maybe 5/16. It's not that I can't rig something up. It's just that it's not as easy to. Anyway, once again, you're getting more information than you need. This is not a cheap microphone. I think they still make this exact same model. And Rode is a very good company. It comes from Australia, Mark. You'll be happy to hear that. Yeah, they're well known. This is not the only Rode mic I've got. I've got a couple of others. They're sort of like almost like shotgun mics. I use them in conjunction with something else, or I used to. Let's put it that way. Yeah, let's see if I can't just rig this up, and we'll give it a try. I should be able to put my mouth right up close here, and if it's turned all the way down, yeah. Okay, I checked the battery a minute ago with my volt ohm meter that I fixed, and it was kind of nice to be able to use that again. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Oh, one thing that I forgot to mention. The cord is very short. So when I plug this into the camera, I've only got about 8 inches. So I either have to put an extension on there. I know this will work with an extension. I looked for it a few minutes ago, and I couldn't find it. It does work well with an extension. There doesn't seem to be any noise coming through the non-shielded, because it's a non-shielded extension. Anyway, but I can't find it. So I'm going to have to probably order another one if I decide to go this route. But you know what? I only need this for when I want to, use the airbrush. So okay. I went scrounging through my junk, and I've got an adapter here. I can't remember what it was for, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna. I haven't tried this yet, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna go on here. Okay, so that can go on there. And there's no reason why this won't go in here. It's a bit of a loose fit. Oh, yeah. Maybe I am as dumb as I look. Okay, there, that's better. All right, now this should go in here. All right. Now, as I mentioned before, I'm going to have the camera fairly close to me, which is going to, make it kind of awkward here. Okay, lower this down just a little bit, something like that. Too many adjustments on these things. I shouldn't complain. Okay, that's a little bit less spread out. All right, let's see what we can do here. Okay, right now you're listening to me through this camera right here. Now we're going to want to sync this camera and this camera up later, so we'll look for the 3 spikes. Now that was kind of stupid because I only had one microphone turned on. I hadn't turned on the Rode microphone yet. Yeah, there's just the one set of 3 spikes. But obviously I was able to sync it up anyway, just by matching up the voice modulation. Now, if I had been using this one here mounted on the tripod instead of this, we would have 3 to worry about. This way we only got the 2. And most of the time I won't have to worry about it at all because I won't be using that camera there. Alright, so now we got to get this one set on its lowest setting, which is right there. It's already on that. Now we switch it on, and if I go one more here, it turns on what's known as the high bypass filter, and that sort of helps to take out extra noise here. I don't know if you can see it, but the modulation is being exhibited right here on the screen, and it looks about right to me. It doesn't seem to be peaking. We are recording right now. Now what we're going to want to do, and this is really awkward because I've just got this little short line here. I am going to get a longer one. Now what we want to find out is, can I talk nice and close? Oh, you know what? We should have the fan going as well. Okay, now if you remember, I'm going to get my mouth in nice and close here. If you remember, the problem was when I started to spray, my voice would be cut down. So here I'm going to spray now. You might be able to hear it. Okay, now I'm hoping that I'm still going to be, my voice is going to be recorded properly. We probably would use this quite a bit because once the hood comes, we're going to be doing a lot of spraying. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Okay, I think we've probably beat this to death here. Well, my coffee's cold. I've just spent the last 2 hours or more on the editing program, just checking this out to see how it sounds. I'm quite happy with the way it sounds. I just got to get an extension cord here so I can separate the camera from the mic. And I'm pretty sure I'll be using this system once we get the hood and start spraying, because I do have a tendency to like to ramble, I guess you might say, while I'm doing something. It's sort of another compulsive thing, maybe. It's kind of like poking. You'll ever notice when I've got something in my hand, I've got to constantly be manipulating it around. Anyway, thanks for watching. All being well, we'll see you tomorrow.